Now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Lions, nothing. Brett Maher taking off Dallas.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Right to the air. Here is Goff. He's got it to Williams. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. It's gone. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them. They'll roll him out right.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Once again, it's Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
On 2nd and goal, Goff in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Dancing to his left. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And again, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Lions nothing. Marr to kick off for Dallas.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Being chased out left. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 51 yards. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Prescott off play action. Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Goff on first down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 31, Goff rolling to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
First down throw for Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Goff and Williams hooking up there for the Lions first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Goff going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Now their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Here's Goff. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Prescott now. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, but there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, Prescott again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders get to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Here's Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing, Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw is Prescott.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
21 yards there on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He's got it to Williams.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To the air again. Goff. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything running with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Play action. It's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Trayvon Diggs, usually known for interceptions. Here, he gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
We spent your whole life.